Here we are at the Rock Creek starting ramp. Runs into a few different trails. The one we're going to take this time is your first left into what a lot of people would probably call an old school rake and ride sort of trail. Nothing really machine cut in here. This is Barkbuster, and the trail just kind of got cut in by tires pretty much. They cut in, of course, and shoveled a little, but a lot of what became this trail wasn't necessarily marked tight. They just kind of let the bikes decide where the turn should be in terms of the radiuses and, you know, the ruts and whatever, and it's just kind of worn itself in. If you like that sort of trail, this one has got all the tightness to the trees and the natural kind of old school dirt trails that you might have ridden as a kid out in the woods. So that's your vibe. Probably love this. And here we are about a third of the way down Barkbuster. You can see the trail here is not steep at all, but the surface here is pretty typical of how these corners get kind of burned in, because they weren't really cut in so much as just ridden in. As a kid out in the woods. So that's your vibe. Probably love this. Personally, I do not like having to be so close to trees all the time, so I don't run this one much, just because it seems like every turn I'm staring at a tree somewhere that I'm afraid to clip. And that section right there is about as smooth and fast as it gets. So the guys who ride this a lot, and of course like this style of trail, they really just blast down this thing. And it's really impressive to see. I've ridden with some really great kind of natural trail riders before here, and it's impressive. And here's where Barkbuster has an option for Strange Beast, which we were going to take. It's not a whole lot different, but at least for me, it's a little less tight and cramped with the trees, so I prefer to go this way. A little more like what I'm used to riding, I guess, which is probably why I prefer it. Here we're over on Strange Beast, which has a similar feel as far as the trail surface goes, but as you can see here, quite a bit more space between the trees to work with. And this actually does have a little bit of grade to it. Not terribly steep, but a little bit steeper than the top half. And down around this corner, if I remember correctly, we have a nice short little 2-foot drop, which makes me happy because I like little drops. Now we're just about at the end of Strange Beast, and there's this little probably 2.5-foot drop. Really easy, a lot of fun. Probably my favorite part of the trail, so had to get it in there. Makes me feel like I'm on a downhill trail at a bike park. And there we are, Barkbuster.